Hello, this is Chef Andros at home. Today we have many projects to do, so it's not going to be just a recipe, it's going to be a recipe plus plus plus. So today I am going to prepare some olives like that. I will prepare some olives to brine and pickle so that we have olives for the rest of the year. Now in Cyprus, October and November are the months that they do collect the green olives before they get black. Actually, there is one which is semi green, but it's okay. So this variety of olives, I think they are called manzolino, and it is not the indigenous kind of olives, the indigenous variety that we had in Cyprus since many centuries. These ones, I am going to score them. I am using a small carving knife. I'm just, I'll bring it near the camera. I score it on the one side and then I score it on the other side. So it's just two incisions so that the brine can get into them and the bitterness can come out. So these olives, I will put them in water for a few days and change the water a few times. So I will place them later in this plastic container, and I will change the water for a couple of times, maybe 4 days. And when some of the bitterness goes away, I will continue making a solution of salt, water, and some vinegar to process them and make them edible for the next period. So I will let my olives aside. You see, when I am working, I always have a wetty below so that things don't move. Okay, so today the second thing I want to tell you about is some ingredients we find in the market, and we must know what we buy. So this white powder, it looks exactly the same as sugar or as salt, but see on the label it says citric acid. Okay, now citric acid could be a substitute of lemon. Okay, if you mix this with water, it makes it a lemon, which is not a lemon, it's not lemon juice actually, but you can use it as a preservative when you make olives or when you make other pickles. But in our case, I will not use this, I will use something else. Now, we have vinegar, and I am hiding the label, but I just want to tell you, I will talk to you about vinegar. Now, this one, it is a grape vinegar. In other words, they fermented the juice from the grapes together with the skins, together with everything. And after 2 months, when it fermented, it made a very nice vinegar. Now you can make your pickles with this vinegar, but this is very, very strong. So in case you are making pickled cucumbers or celery or onions or whatever else you like, you know, carrots and cabbage and everything, it is my advice to use half the quantity of this vinegar with half quantity of a brine solution, which is uh, a ratio of 1:8. In other words, you have 1 part of salt, and you have 8 parts of water. Okay. Now, the water solution with the salt is half the quantity. Okay. The other half is going to be vinegar. But if you put this vinegar into your pickles, it will spoil them in the long term. Okay? So what you can do, that small quantity of vinegar that you will use, you can boil it first. Okay? When you boil the vinegar, this vinegar, it kills any enzymes that will make the fermentation. Okay, I think it was very clear. So if you boil the vinegar, you deactivate it. It's not active anymore. It's not going to ferment your veggies into the jar. Okay. Now we have another vinegar, which is white. Actually, on the bottle it says that it is a grape vinegar, which is doubtful. Okay. Now, the same way that you can buy this, you buy another product which is exactly the same as this, and it says acetic acid. Okay. It's not citric acid, it is acetic acid. Now, citric acid, it makes lemon, substitute of lemon. Acetic acid makes a substitute of malt vinegar, of white vinegar. And it is advisable to use it in the pickles if you don't want your pickles to get a color, because if you put your pickles in this vinegar, they will become pink. Okay, but if you put this vinegar into your pickles, they will remain the natural color that they came from. So about my olives, I will continue carving them with my small carving knife, and when my jar, I will put it into the jar and show you the progress. So you will let me score a few more, then I will pause the video. Okay, so I have done so much, and I am scoring some more like this. And you know, I did tell you many times, I am retired. I don't work to make money. Money comes and finds me now. The government pays me a check every month. I have plenty of time. I will finish it, and I will be back. Through the miracle of time, my olives, they are all scored, okay? And I will put them into the water like this. through the miracle of time, my olives have been scored, and I placed them into a plastic container, and I will close the lid. Now, for the next 4 or 5 days, maybe 6 days, I will be changing the water twice a day, so that the bitterness of the olives goes away, and then I will wash them, drain them, and put them back into another jar, which is the proper size, and I will put my brine and my vinegar. Now, as you know, with the olives, you can put them just in brine, but because I want to pickle them and make them more tasty, this is why I will use mostly brine and a small part of vinegar that I am going to boil, so that it will not ferment them and it will not make them soft, because I want them to be nice and crunchy. So these are my olives. The rest of the video, it will be a nice recipe, and keep watching the video to the end, because today we will do something very, very interesting. Okay, and now we will make a paella and the Bulgur wheat pilaw. So I have my casserole. I will probably bring the camera a little bit nearer. That's it. So my casserole was heating onto the fire for a couple of minutes. I am adding 2 or 3 spoonfuls of extra virgin olive oil. That's it. This is enough. Okay. So this is the olive oil. I think that you can see it. Okay. So my ingredients to make this Bulgur wheat pilaw is this is for probably 4 or 5 people. So this is 1 full cup. I'm using a glass of Bulgur wheat. I have a chopped onion that I am putting straight away into my casserole, because I want to make it sauté. Okay, and I will give it a stir. Now the rest of my ingredients is going to be half a cup of vermicelli. Vermicelli is a fine kind of pasta. Okay, and I have a spoonful of paste that I will use later. Okay, so as my onion is getting sauté, when it becomes translucent, I will add to my onion the vermicelli that I want to brown a little bit, to make it golden actually, together with the onion. So I put my vermicelli in, and I am stirring. I will do everything on camera because it will take such a short time. Then I will pause the video, let it get cooked, and then show you the final result. Okay, so to my casserole I added the extra virgin olive oil. I added the onion, I made it translucent. I added my vermicelli, and I will stir it. I will stir it for 1 or 2 minutes. until everything is starting to smell nice. You see the vermicelli when we make it sauté together with the onion, it smells very nice. So don't worry, I will show you on camera. This is such a fast cooking food that it will amaze you. Okay. In the meantime, to my cup or glass of Bulgur wheat, I am boiling water, and I will put twice the quantity of this wheat, so I can see that my onion starts to get golden. The same happens with the vermicelli. So at this point, I will add my Bulgur wheat in the casserole and stir it a little bit more, because I want it to get the temperature of the casserole. And of course, I want my wheat to start smelling in the casserole. So it will be, I will bring the camera near. So this is the idea. I am stirring it. You see, it has absorbed all of the oil, okay, and it started making 3 different smells into one. So I will put the camera back to position. You can still see it, okay. So at this point, oh, it started smelling very nice. I smell the onion, I smell the vermicelli, and I smell my Bulgur wheat. Okay, so at this point, I will put 2 more ingredients. I have some chopped tomato, and I have a teaspoonful of tomato paste. And I put everything in like this, and I will stir again like this. And I can see that my water is boiling, but I will bring the camera near, or I will bring the casserole near the camera. So this is how it looks like. All right. Now the tomato was optional, but we do add it for some extra flavor and taste into the Bulgur wheat. So my water is boiling. I told you that I added I added 1 cup of Bulgur wheat, and I am adding 2 cups of boiling water. That's the idea. And at this point, I will add the taste. I didn't put any salt. I put just this taste. You can use any vegetable cube, or you can use a chicken cube is okay. And now I will stir my pilaw like this. And while we will be talking, I will show you the rest of the food, because this is going to be a side dish for the meat that we are cooking. and I will bring the meat near. And this is afelia. So it was pork meat marinated in wine for a few days. I sauteed it a little bit. I added coriander, crushed coriander, and I added 2 kinds of wine and some water, and I will let it simmer for about 1 hour, and it will be nice and cooked. Now watch my pilaw getting cooked. I will lower the fire below. Okay, you see that it makes some holes. It means that it absorbs the water, and from those holes the bubbles come out. So this is my pilaw, this is our afelia, and I will see you in about 20 minutes when the food is ready. Okay, so we pause the video here. So we are about half an hour later, maybe 45 minutes, and our food is ready. So whenever you make a rice pilaw or a Bulgur pilaw or whatever pilaw, when you before you do turn the fire off, then you cover your casserole with a clean towel, and this is how my Bulgur wheat looks like. And I will take a spoon and show you. This is it. I tasted it and it is fantastic. Okay, so this is it. A good suggestion is to have it with real Greek or Cyprus yogurt, but be careful that it's only this ingredient. So this is fresh milk plus yesterday's yogurt or some days before yogurt, and it will be made into yogurt with a natural process, okay, with the enzymes, and they will set the yogurt. So this is the real yogurt you can try with this food. Now, except our Bulgur meat, there is some meat, of course, to go with the food. And this is our afelia, and I will bring the camera near. This is it. It's ready. It is steaming, but it is ready. That's it. This is pork meat. It was marinated in red wine and some, and then we sauteed it a little bit, added some coriander seeds, a little bit of salt, and I did use some red wine and some sweet wine because I like the sweetness of the wine. It's not sweet, but it gives it a very nice touch. So today's video is about to finish here. So we did talk about our olives. We talked about the vinegar, about the citric acid, and this is our lunch today. So hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.